What's going on, guys? I'm Lunatic, and I have with me Carlos,
Hello everyone, what's up?
and we're here with the Week 5 recap. Kicking off the first game that we're going to be discussing, we have Colton of the Lehigh Valley Phantoms against Storm in the San Diego Sneasels. Colton brought Gardevoir, Lantern, Weavile, Mega Gallade, Scolipede, and Mamoswine. Storm brought Manaphy, Crobat, Gastrodon, Ferrothorn, Entei, and Swellow. Now, this game was a huge upset because this is the first game Colton has lost. He has won
This
pretty handedly all of his games, and I've everyone picked him in pick'ems too.
yeah, and then he just lost to Storm. Uh, it's kind of funny too, cause last season it was exactly week 5 when he played Storm, and he lost as well, and then everything went downhill.
Well, we'll see where it goes from here.
So so we'll see what happens.
I want to know why there was no Celesteela
Yeah,
because
that that's very
there's no
that's
switching
very
for
confusing.
Swallow. Like Swallow
Yeah,
kind of destroyed him.
there's no switches to Swallow, and also like Celestina did a lot to Storm's team, but Colton's reasoning behind not bringing it was because he had enough checks to it, unlike Entei, Typhlosion, Manaphy, etc. So yeah, I think Celesteela should have come though, no matter what, even though if he had a bad matchup, because Storm didn't bring enough threats to beat it, but essentially it was just Entei and potentially a special Crobat.
Yeah, and like like Swallow does get a Heat Wave, but if it's choice specs, then it has to play a mind game of whether he's gonna Boom Burst or Heat Wave. Uh,
Exactly.
yeah, Colton has Lantern as seemed to be a especially defensive answer, but it wasn't. It went down. It got sacked.
Yeah, no, Swallow just like every time it came in and it clicked boomers like something died.
Yeah, Colton didn't have an answer to that. He had offensive answers in the Weavile and Mammo, the double ice shard
The
there
boy short.
pressure. But Storm had like really good switches for both of those. Like Gastrodon and Manaphy and Ferrothorn to an extent could all pretty easily come in on that.
Right, right.
So it was
Uh,
he I think he needed a defensive answer for the Swallow.
yeah, and also early game though, like I don't know how much it mattered, but the Gardevoir did get paralyzed like 2 3 times.
Yes, that did end up mattering because that allowed the Ferrothorn to set up all of its hazards
Yeah, it
instead
set
of
up
just
all
like
3 hazards
yeah,
and Stealth Rocks.
yep, all three spikes and rock.
Oh
So
yeah, spikes. Yeah, that's right.
that definitely wore down Colton's team. Lantern, which was a defensive answer, got worn down really fast because of that, and all of his other mons
Yeah,
really couldn't take
yeah.
hits.
Also was very unfortunate because Mamoswine was scarred, so he chose himself into Stealth Rocks on turn 1, which that was kind of bad too.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it was choice card for Mamo. So definitely a huge upset because Goten
Hmm.
was undefeated. He was the big guy in the entire league, and he just lost to Storm. And Storm is picking, I think, his third win in a row.
Did it really?
Yep, I'm pretty
Storm has
sure.
pulled some upsets.
Yeah, he beat me, he beat Destin, and now he beat Goten.
I'm just glad he didn't beat me. um,
Yeah, so we'll see what happens next week. If he keeps this winning streak, 'cause yeah,
yeah.
it's been doing a lot lately.
I want to look at Colton's roster. Okay. No. All right. Moving on. The next game was between Shiny of the Flint Tropius against Dave and the Minnesota Victinis. Shiny brought Blastoise, Volcarona, Bronzong, Mega Aerodactyl, Decidueye, and Lanoon. Dave brought Mega Venusaur, Thunderous Eye, Infernape, Crocodile, Vaporeon, and Dredagon. I mean, this is why we bumped Lanoon to tier 4.
Dude, this game was actually very interesting because a lot of crap happened. The safeguard on the Decidueye was pretty cool because Shiny knows Dave likes to run Toxic a lot, so That was pretty cool. He couldn't toxic any of his mons.
Yeah, that was a cool bring.
Yeah, that was a cool tech. And then yeah, no, this was just a regular like Dave game, trying to like wear down his team with those fancy walls and then try to for Tundi and Inferno to clean up late game.
Mm-hmm. I
But
want to
at
shout
the
out.
end, like new.
Sorry.
Sorry, go ahead.
I just wanted to shout out the Iapapa Berry on Bronze Song. Berry Gang.
Yeah, it was pretty cool. The 50% berries.
Yeah, love those things.
Yeah, yeah. No, in late game, it was just like noon set up a belly drum, and Dave's team was very worn down, so he was just able to win.
It
Something I'm
wasn't that worn
confused though.
down.
Why didn't Registeel came?
That's a good question.
If you think about it, Registeel checked like noon and Mega Arrow very nicely.
Yeah, that is.
Yeah, and he didn't bring it.
Yeah, because Noon just ran through. I mean, it one shot Mega Venusaur, which was the bulkiest alive member.
Yeah, he had a return, right? Yeah, he did.
Yeah, he
So in
had
case he
return,
needed the
Infinite
extra
Freeze.
power.
Yeah. One thing Dave did towards the end, which I think was, I don't know if he thought about it just too late, but
Yeah, he should have done it earlier. The crocodile.
yeah, he sacked I think two Mons and then went into Crook and then swapped out. And
Exactly.
at -2, well, at overall +4, Lanoon couldn't one shot the crocodile. So if Dave
Yeah,
had
and then
preserved other Mons, he might have been able to.
yeah, if he preserved like Infernape or something or like Thunders, I don't know if those mons that I had left could have deal with crooked. I mean with a Mega Arrow,
Yeah, I
but
think he would have to
still he could
bank
have tried to
on.
do something.
Yeah, I think he'd have to bank on like a Stone Edge miss and like preserve
Yeah,
Thunderous.
yeah, and
That's the
like
only way I see it.
Stone Edge me something.
Hmm. Aside from that,
So
yeah,
yeah,
the crocodile
the game
was a
was
good
well played for
defensive.
both sides, in my opinion.
Sorry.
I think the game was well played for both of them.
Yeah, there was a little bit of hacks on Dave's side. He missed like a couple moves on Stone Edges and Dragon Tails,
Yeah,
which I mean that could win. What did the Lanoon set up on? I don't remember.
on the Mega Venus.
Oh right, because it was going for just Giga Drains and
Yeah, Giga Drain did like 40, then the berry and the belly drum.
yeah.
Like Noon was able. Maybe if Dave would go for like a sludge bomb and hope for the lost bomb poison, that would have helped him a lot.
Yeah, I think I'm going to that part in it right now. Oh no, yeah, Sludge Bomb was definitely the play because he was at a healthy amount of HP.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
So
He
yeah,
he
going
was
for the
healthy,
Sludge Bomb. Sludge Bomb also
and
does
if
do more
if
damage,
he if
I think.
yeah, it probably does because he's stronger.
It's a higher
Like
base damage than
base
Mega
power.
Drain.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, so that was just Lanoon.
Yeah, like Noon coming
Basically.
in through, man, showing what is like a tier 4.
Yeah. Uh
Very fun, man.
yeah, I mean that's really it. Alright, the next game, that was between the Barcelona Garchomps and the Florida Flygons coached by Gio. Carlos here brought the Reuniclus, Megadancy, Latios, Seismitoad, Gliscor, and Heracross, where Gio brought Empoleon, Zapdos, Drapion, Dhelmise, Megalopony, and Victini. So, what do you have to say about this game?
No, pretty straightforward. I mean, Gio's team is very, very difficult. Like I think he has like the best team on the league. Even though he's not doing so hot, his team is just
Yeah,
so hard to switch in.
it's a good team. I wouldn't say it's the best team, but I see where people come from.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, just the fact that because I don't know if it happened on the game, but testing alone, the what's it called? The fucking grass type thing. The
Dhelmise?
Dhelmise.
Yeah.
Yeah, Dhelmise 2 hit KOs, the Gliscor, and that tells you a lot.
Yep.
And then no, at the basically it was just pretty straightforward, switching on both sides. I was pretty confused that Geo didn't bring Grassnot on the Seismitoad because it was offensive. I mean, on the Empoleon, that would be able to like destroy my Seismitoad.
Yeah, my issue with his team was I don't personally agree with the scarf Drapion. Like I get
Yeah.
it for the Latios scarf knockoff. Is Latios one of your Z captains?
Yes, it is.
So in that case, I don't know if KO it would KO holding a Z crystal, and it already outspeeds her Uniclus. So I think maybe
I honestly thought a Sobes
yeah,
set was
yeah,
coming
I
when
thought
I saw Drapion.
potentially AV.
Yeah.
Um,
Even though I did had Earthquake for especially for that scenario, but like I thought that Drapion was definitely gonna be a Sobes.
I think yeah, Drapion. I know I had Poison Jab knockoff. Sucker Punch could have been brought for the Latios instead of trying to outspeed it with a scarf.
Yeah, exactly.
And the other thing that I found questionable was the Empoleon. It was agility 3 attacks, and it just like your team is fairly bulky, and Empoleon with only 3 moves doesn't cover enough of your team.
Exactly. And all he's getting is the speed boost, which at the end of the day, that's what I used to capitalize with a Coleman Reuniclus, which ended up winning late game, kind of.
Yeah, he also set up on the Mega Dayancy when he could have just scalded, and then the only thing left was Unic. No, I'm
No,
misremembering it.
no,
Uh,
no. He went for Gillet Omega Dancey because he knew I wasn't gonna stay in.
oh, right. Okay, I remember it now. The thing with that play is if he just went for an attack, Reuniclus would 2 KO'd.
Would have been in range exactly of another
Yeah,
Surf.
so that's
So he didn't essentially needed the speed
he
boost.
didn't need the speed boost anyways because Mega Dancey would have outsped it, and then he'd revenge it. Like
Also,
I don't agree with that.
he was shook at Baron Polian, so there was no way I was one
So
shotting him with
yeah,
Mega
even with Earth
Dancey either.
Power. So then I don't understand him going for agility there.
Yeah, that was I don't know. I can't agree with that play either, but like I won, so good for me.
the
I was good.
Yeah,
Yeah,
the Delmites did put in a lot of work though. I saw it was pressuring your team really hard,
it was. I really didn't have a say switching.
and then you got
And
that crit knockoff.
something I did get lucky though on the crit on the
Yeah,
Delmice as he was under tailwind. So that would have been so terrifying because I would have sacked another mon. But I crit him on the switching on the Delmice with my knockoff from Sashmito. So
yeah,
that helped me a lot because Delmice was such a threat.
yeah. That thing was putting in work.
Yeah, definitely.
Um, Aside from that, I think it was pretty. I think yeah, it didn't seem like he had a good way to deal with Reuniclus. His like
Yeah.
a Scarf Drapion, if it's scarfed into a poison move, then
Then Reunicle
it's
sets up on it.
right. And then the Delmise, once that was gone, he couldn't deal with Reuniclus. Like he had a special Victini, so once you got up Calm Minds, I couldn't do anything. Megalopen he can't deal with bulky psychic.
Yeah.
Empoleon got 1v1'd, and Zapdos I don't believe could 1v1 it either.
Yeah. The only thing with Zapdos is he could have pressure stole me, but like I don't know if it was up for it.
Yeah.
That
I
would have
do
been
want to
like
shout
the
out.
only way.
I want to shout out the Victini Z Solar Beam
Oh yeah, that was pretty cool.
because the Bloom Doom coming from Energy Ball would not have taken out Silent-Toad through Rindo Berry.
Yeah, I would have let. I mean, it was still a roll, but it was like I think it was on my favor.
Mm-hmm.
So it was like I potentially could have lived, but because it was solar beam, then there was no chance of living.
Yeah,
So that was pretty cool on his side. Definitely.
yeah, very cool for
Good
him.
prep right there. Seems like Gio's starting to bring some more creative sets and whatnot.
Yeah, even though he lost and made some questionable plays, I think overall he is playing better from how we saw him start off the season.
Yeah, I mean he is at this point 0-5, so
He is
hopefully
zero
he
five.
picks up the pace. Unless he might get relegated.
Yeah.
That would be unfortunate for Gio.
Yeah, I'm curious to see his improvement throughout the rest of the season because 0-5
Yeah,
is
and
really tough to come back from. But in terms
Yeah,
of
and
play, I
definitely
think
not Saka Megaloponia turn 2. Like that's really bad.
yeah, turn two. I was like, wait, I went for protect. Turn one.
Yeah.
So yeah,
All
that
right.
the next game was between Destin of the Mobile Bewares and XRN of the Delaware Huron Black Foxes. Destin brought Mega Swampert, Noivern, Landorusterian, Klefki, Circuitry, and Superior. XRN brought the Tauros, Talonflame, Mew, Mega Autono, Skarmory, and Tentacruel. This game, I remember watching it and thinking, Destin set up way too early with the circuitry.
With the circuitry, he did.
Yeah, it felt like
Um,
there was still like 5 mons left or something like that.
yeah, because if you look at CERN's team, it didn't it didn't really take on circuitry well, unless there was like a SPDF Mega Audino. But even then, it would have done a lot.
Yeah. The thing, I mean, the way Zern dealt with that was he had a Scarf Tauros, which outsped the +1 speed circuitry.
Oh, he did. He had a scarf. I didn't remember that.
Yeah, he would bring in Tauros to threaten out Destin's fast mons. It was after the game it was confirmed that the Tauros was scarfed.
Oh, that's kind of cool.
I mean, if it wasn't and Destin called the bluff, he just ran through that team.
Yeah, yeah, because circuitry was a +1 and then like a +4, I think, because after a tail glow.
Tailglow is +3.
No, yeah, but then he got a kill, so it was a
Oh,
plus
right,
one.
he did get a kill on the Mega
Yeah,
Autono. Garbage mon.
yeah. No, so yeah, garbage. So nonetheless, like Destin played really well. I like how he played, and at the end of the day, he managed to pick up a very important win. Because CERN was also the other undefeated guy, so
Yeah,
both undefeateds lost this week, which is kind of crazy.
yeah. I mean, Destin. I feel like Destin played the early game a little weird. Noivern just kind of dropped Klefki. It set up
Yeah,
Rain Dance for
Glefki just
Pert,
died too.
but yeah, it set up Rain, but then went down and Pert didn't get to abuse it really.
Yeah, because Skarmory kind of like 1v1 it. Oh, and it went for Whirlwind too, so it was kind of over for him.
Yeah. Um. So it felt like it was a 4v6 really. Like Noivern, Klefki didn't really do anything.
Yeah, I like how Superior though managed to clean up that game.
I was surprised by that. I mean, like I know Superior strong, and with the boost, it does a lot of damage, but I didn't expect to see a Skarmory go down to Leaf Storm.
Oh no, yeah, I mean it was. Uh, did he have Braver? He did. Oh, but this thing had the Coba Berry tech. That was that
Yeah,
was that was what happened. So that was pretty cool right there, cause essentially late game Mew could have won if Serp died against the circuitry.
yeah.
If it was some different type of Mew.
Mhm.
Yeah, because the Kova Berry he was able to eat the Braver from the Skarmory.
Mhm.
I don't know if it was for that or the Talonflame, but that essentially gave Destin the win. So that's pretty cool.
Yeah, I would imagine the Skarmory because Talonflame does have the fire.
The Flare Blitz,
Yeah,
yeah.
fireman. But yeah, the Superior coming through.
Yeah,
Really,
Superior
really
putting in
cool.
work like the first time in the season.
Yeah.
What an ass man.
No, yeah, this game was like the early game setup of circuitry, and it got 2 kills, and then the rest Superior got.
Yeah, Superior put in fine work.
Alright, the next game was between me of the Brookhaven Benets versus Rishmal of the California Kyogres. I brought Braviary, Meowstic, Nidoking, Sharpedo, Darmanitan, and Ditto. Rishmal brought Gengar, Levanna, Mega Charizard X, Mandibuzz, Rotom Heat, and Diggersby. So I want to say I had really interesting prep this week. I brought 4 choice scarfers.
4 of them, that's insane.
Yeah. The Braviary, Nidoking, Darmanitan, and Ditto were all scarfed. Um, Rish played me the first couple turns. With his Levanny.
Oh no, his way to deal with webs was pretty awesome. Like he had a good tech in order to do that.
He had really good tech for Ditto. He had a mons that
Yeah,
walled itself, or got walled by another member on his team, he was very prepared for that thing. And like on paper, Ditto put in a lot of work, but he prepped for it incredibly well.
Yeah, because essentially if he just wrote like a standard Sorex set and did a copy that, then it was pretty much over.
Yeah, the set was DD, Flare Blitz, Iron Tail, and Roost.
Yeah, so you couldn't even touch his own
I
Sar,
couldn't.
which
I
is
brought it
very
in,
cool.
and he got a free Roost off. I had to swap out. And the Iron Tail was the Iron Tail was a good thing to put on because I do have Mega Altaria on my team. He expected that to come. But
Yeah, so he could hit Megatarya for super effective damage.
yeah, it was an interesting game. I misplayed the early game. I brought Fake Out on Meowstic and just didn't click it for literally no reason.
Oh, you did have Fake Out?
I did indeed have Fake Out.
Oh,
So I don't.
that's confusing. 'Cause at the end of the day, Meowstic didn't do anything, just died.
Yeah, if it faked out, I don't know if that would have put Leavanny in range of Braviary's U-turn, which again that was a misplay too. I could have gone for a. You know what? It wasn't the worst thing because if he swapped out expecting a Scarf, he could have gone Rotom on the flying move. But you know, the early
Yeah,
game
yeah,
was
definitely.
played poorly. I had to sack
Oh,
Meowstic because I didn't have a switch into Zard X, and then I had to sack Scarf Braviary to defog the webs after Leavanny went down.
yeah, because if the webs stayed on the field, you pretty much
I
lost
lost.
like 6-0.
Yeah. So I was playing the
Yeah.
game 4v5.
A questionable play I have for you though is on turn 11 when
Okay.
you went Nidoking as he went Star X like on the double,
Yes,
and you switched out instead because you were Scarf, so Air Power would have killed at that point.
it would have. And this game felt like a lot of mind games because he didn't know if I was Scarf or not.
Yeah, he didn't know, of course. And then you went into Sharpedo and took like 90% of damage.
Yeah. Um. If I had the thing with having just a bunch of choice Scarfers is if you lock yourself into a move, I mean your opponent can get a free switch in. He had a Mandibuzz and a Rotom Heat that could both come in on Earth Power. He had Diggersby that could eat up an Earth Power. And as we saw later in the game, Diggersby was a huge threat to my team. It was a Scarf Diggersby,
Yeah.
which was something I anticipated, which is why my Scarf Nidoking was speed creeping Scarf Diggersby. So yeah, it was questionable, but I knew Sharpedo could live any hit because I had a HP investment, and then
Okay.
that I guess that like bad play was followed by a good play because I predicted him to DD or Roost with the Zard, expecting my
Yeah.
Sharpedo to protect, where I just went for an
And
Earthquake.
you just went for Earthquake and kill it off.
Yeah. It was definitely an interesting game. Um,
It was. I also like how everybody was so confused. Like, how did Sharpedo kill the Megazord? We all thought it was like Choice Band or something with his expert belt, correct?
yes, it was actually. I know Rishmal expected a special Sharpedo to be brought. I brought physical because I had just like 4 coverage moves. Waterfall, Crunch, Earthquake, and I don't remember the last move. But it was just 4 coverage moves, which on the special,
Oh, just for attacks. Then.
yeah. And on the special side, I wouldn't have been able to have the ground coverage, which I wanted for the Zard specifically.
Yeah, definitely.
So I mean that's why I brought that. Um, and then late game, it was really just Darmanitan threatened everything on his team once I brought it in.
Yeah, every time their money tank came in, it pretty much get a kill.
Yeah, because I read the Rotom coming in, which I mean for race that was kind of a 50-50. Because if I went for the Rock Slide and he stayed in with Diggersby, then he won right there.
He just won. Yeah, yeah.
So it was definitely a lot.
I think it was a risky play for you to make.
I felt like I had to make it.
Yeah, but it ended up paying off.
Yeah, and then Gengar.
And then Gengar happened.
Gengar. First of all, I did expect him to bring Scarf Gengar. I thought that was a good bring against my team, but he brought Specs.
Yeah.
Which meant
brought Specs.
Darmanitan outsped. However, Gengar had a 30% chance to disable my move.
the Flablets from
Yep.
their Manitin.
So the cursed body meant their Manitin had to switch out as Richmond brought in his last Mon, which was Mandibuzz,
A 57%.
which was in range of Flare Blitz. So I had to swap out into Nidoking. Nidoking, it was a Spadef Mandibuzz. So Nidoking was not doing. It was doing like 37% each time I went for Ice Beam. Mandibuzz just kept roosting
Yep.
off until he got to full health. He ate one Ice Beam and then took me out with Foul Play.
Yep, he put himself in the position to leave a Flare Blitz, but that also was a roll.
It was a roll very heavy in my favor. I was Scarf adamant. He thought
Yeah,
I would
instead of
repel,
Jelly.
and the Flare Blitz. Not only did I not get a roll high enough to take him out, I actually got the lowest roll possible.
That reminds me when last season I think it was you got the lowest roll, or like I got the lowest roll against one of you mons on like semifinals or something.
Oh no, we both got max rolls on each other.
Oh, max rolls it was, right?
Yeah,
Yeah, both got the maximum. It
yeah.
was kind
He
of
has my
funny.
Diggersby, Fire Punch, and Virizion. I remember that half. I don't remember the other one. But yeah, that it's
I
pretty
think it
funny.
was a scissor bullet punch or something.
Yeah. But I mean,
Yeah,
that's the
but no,
game.
definitely rolls suck because there's nothing you can do about it. You know,
Yeah.
it's like the game.
Hmm.
But yeah, definitely. I mean, Rich played well. He had to do what he had to do in order to win.
He didn't even
But
skip.
it seems like you had the game on you had the game on hand, and
Once I
then
got Rotom, the game was mine.
yeah, and then the curse body just kind of like deny you that. But
Yeah.
that's the game we play. It happens.
Yeah. Unfortunately. Also, I didn't get any freezes with Ice Beam. Like, come on.
You would have gotten against me.
So the next game was between not Justin and Sniper. Uh,
Yep.
so not
PPV, aka not Justin.
yeah. So not Justin brought the Kieran Black, Arcanine, Mega Sableye, Aerodactyl, Landorus Eye, and Miltank. Sniper brought Dragonite, Togekiss, Volcanion, Hitmontop, Nidoqueen, and Electivire. So early game, Sniper had a really cool idea with the Togekiss, where he
It
would
was a good set on Talkies, especially for this matchup.
yeah, expecting the Mega Sableye lead, he led Togekiss and set up immediately. The only issue with
Yeah.
this is I don't know what his set was. I know he had Dazzling Gleam and Air Slash. Did we see his fourth move?
Uh, I'm looking right now. I don't think so.
Because if that,
It, had, it also had Jachu Berry for the Kyurem, so that was pretty cool.
yeah, that was really cool. So Air
Yeah.
Slash, Dazzling.
Also, one question real quick for Sniper. Cause the Meltank outsped the Togekiss. I doubt that was a max speed Jolly Meltank. So was the Togekiss like really slow and bulky, or like what happened there?
That's a good point.
Yeah, because it was just being outsped by Miltank, even though Miltank never attacked. You know, it was kind of like, eh, it was still outspeeding you.
Right. The my other question was, did you not have Aura Sphere? Because Aura Sphere kind of like rounded out everything. I feel like it.
Yeah, definitely.
I don't know what his fourth move was. We didn't see it, so we don't know what it was. It might have been for like a coverage for another mon, but
Maybe like Fire Blast or something.
for I don't know his roster. But yeah, that because Aura Sphere would have been able to deal with the Miltank better, and then
Definitely, instead of just because he was slower,
yeah,
so he kind of had to just sit there and set up to like close four so he can actually kill the Miltank.
yeah, and rocks were on the field.
Yeah,
I think
rocks are on the field.
um, but the Togekiss, I still think the Togekiss did really well early game. Um,
It definitely. The set worked out very well.
yeah. Uh, Following that, TPB went into Aerodactyl to revenge Togekiss, and Sniper went into Electivire. And I guess TPB just didn't think about Scarf or didn't want to swap because the Electivire just took down the Aerodactyl.
He probably just didn't expect Scarf because Sableye was just sitting there. The thing's fat.
And then speaking of Sableye, it comes in and Calm Minds.
And he just wins the game.
And he literally just wins the game. Nothing. Sniper
Yeah,
had nothing for that.
Definitely, like if he kept Togekiss, let's say he didn't, even though it did so early game, if he kept it for the Sableye, especially, he probably could have like flinched it down or something. It could have boosted faster with the nasty plot and whatnot. And yeah, because the rest of his team, Nidoqueen just got walled by Coal Mine Sableye. So did Electivire, Volcanion.
Yeah.
And his only hope was Choice Banded Dragonite, but he had Dragon Claw, so that wasn't doing enough damage.
Yeah.
If it was Outrage, Sniper probably could have put this game.
Yeah. He also he stayed in with Hitmontop as the Mega Sableye was just setting up to +6.
Yeah, I don't agree with that one either because he can't touch it.
Right. I mean, he could have swapped into maybe Volcanion and gone for Steam Eruptions or something. Maybe get a burn.
And hope for a burn. Yeah.
But like before Mega Sableye gets to even +2, like he could have gone into something much sooner.
Yeah, and then he just stays in with the Hitmontop clicking air quick that's doing like 7% of damage.
Yeah. So that was pretty ineffective there. And really just the fact that Togekiss seemed to be the only way to deal with Mega Sableye, and he stacked it to Aerodactyl.
Yeah, it just died.
Yeah, he kind of needed that. And that was the whole game. Mega Sableye just walls out 5 months.
Yeah, it just sits there and clicking, recover, Coal Mine, and Shadow Ball, and it won. Like that was it.
That was good.
Fucking Sableye, man, I hate that one.
Yeah, some people were voting for it to go down to tier
2. Shut up.
Alright.
That was a joke, alright.
So the lineup for next week is Bayonets versus Tropius. We have Sneasels versus the Sharpedos. The KB Foxes are versing the Phantoms. Flygons are versing the Bewares. Victinies are versing the Garchomps, and the Floatsouls are versing the Kyogres.
Kyogres, yep.
So, I mean, I think the thing we have to look out for is Colton and Zern.
Colton and Zern.
Because they both just lost their week after being the 2 undefeated teams.
Yeah, so now one of them is the only one going to stand high.
The other one's taking a big hit
the lead
because they're going to be losing 2 weeks in a row.
2 weeks in a row, exactly. So, it's going to be a very tough game. Definitely important one.
Yeah, super important game. But yeah, so that was the recap. I hope you guys enjoyed. Thank you for watching, and goodbye.
See ya. Bye-bye.